What is up, y'all? It's Saturday, August 12th. We are here at Riverside in West Memphis. We got both cars here tonight, ready to go. It is the Jerry Dalton Memorial Race. It's the second annual race. Dad raced the first one last year. That was after my wreck, so I did not get to run it. So it's gonna be my first time ever on this racetrack, and Dad, I believe, last year was his first time ever on this track. So it's only his second time. We're looking forward to a good night. It's been the first time in over a month that we've gotten to race. So we're really excited about finally getting to do this again. With all the rain we've been getting and rain outs, it's just really hadn't been able to race. So like I said, we're excited to be able to get going again and walk up here to this racetrack, show you guys what it looks like. We're parked right across from the grandstands, the flag stand, and all that. So quick, easy way to get to the racetrack to watch at least. So this is the racetrack. Like I said, we're excited about being back down here. Looking for a good night. They're doing passing points, so we wanted to have a high pill draw. Luckily, we both got a high pill draw. And Dad, I got a 147, and Dad got a 148 out of 200 numbers. Every class draws out of the same box, so it's don't know how it's going to end up lining up, but at least we'll be in different heat races having back-to-back numbers, and that don't happen very often. So hope you guys enjoy this video. Like always, hit that subscribe button lower right hand corner, and we'll see you guys later.
2 in the 25 car. It's a
Well, we didn't make it in the heat or feature from our heat races. Dad will be in the first B main. I'll be in the second one. I just wanted to say thank you to all our help. Dad ended up in a wreck in the first corner of his heat race and trashed the right side. But we got it all back together, and I got a bent door bar, but we got it fixed. So
I don't have a door bar.
no, your door bar's gone.
Yeah, door bar's gone.
But you start third, I start sixth. They're taking top 4, so we just gotta go out there and hammer down.
That's what I'm at.
Unfortunately, the track's really tacky, so the cameras have been mud covered. I ended up having to slow down the last lap of my heat race because I ran out of tear-offs and could not see anything. So we're in the B main. He starts third in the first one. I start sixth in the second one. Looks like it's going to be a top racetrack. Hopefully we can keep the cameras clean and get a little bit of in-car footage. But anyway, we appreciate you guys, and watch the B mains next, and hopefully A mains. Nathan, what you got to say?
I love doing this, but in the racetrack we are just rounding, then I got a second order, but I don't know always want to.
You got to do the foot race out on the racetrack? That was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
All right, buddy. Tell them subscribe for us.
Subscribe!
Number 1, Brent McCarthy, point to the front straightaway. Let the drivers know we're going green. Right here to turn number 4. Top 4 starting spots on the top 4. for grabs. Dallas Ever going to lead back once again. Coming back at it. Start number 3 and 4. 7 over your front row to the green. Right here to turn 3. 12 laps distance. Seen to go. Campbell, Missouri driver. Robert Cowler's going to lead him back to the green. Mike Powers, Colette Caldwell, Dylan Nutt. Shaman moves in the top 5. Coming to green.
All right, so here's your post-race thoughts for last night, Jerry Dalton Memorial Race. It's our least favorite day, cleanup day. My car's clean at least, but anyway. I don't think you can talk about yesterday without using the word interesting.
Could be. Absolutely.
There was a lot of beating and banging going on. There's 46 modifieds, I think was the final count.
That sounds right.
And they only started 22. They took 20 and had 2 provisionals. Yeah. Heat race, both of us made up a couple positions, but wasn't enough.
No.
So we
but track was hooked up.
Yeah, hammer down.
Hammer down racetrack. We started toward the rear, which is what we wanted, but
We didn't want the hammer down part.
yeah, we didn't want the hammer down part. We wanted slick and drivable. But you know, it's Riverside. That's you get one or two. You get hammer down hooked up, or you get slick. And it definitely didn't play in our favor because of us going down there with crate motors and against a lot of open stuff. So anyway, but it's all, you know, we knew what we was up against when we went. We just, you know, we're crazy. We ain't right. Just hadn't raced in
A month.
5 weeks,
Yeah.
and we gonna find someplace to race. So that's what we did.
It was, I mean, after the heat race, I had to back off in the heat race. I lost all my tear-offs. I guess I pulled them all off one time, and I was full of mud trying to scrape it off. Finally just raced the last lap with my face shield up. As you guys could see, you know, there wasn't very much GoPro footage because it all got covered. And then you got ran over, or you got in a wreck first lap of the heat race, first corner of the heat race.
Yeah.
And
had to come off, and they don't give no kind of courtesy laps or nothing. But we was able to come off and get right back on the racetrack. So, unfortunately, they had the caution I was in. I come off, took a little bit to clean it off. They put my tire back on. I went back out, and just as I pulled on the racetrack, they took the green, had another caution. The guy spun out. So I didn't lose any laps, so I was able to go from there. But I mean, I didn't transfer in the heat race anyway.
so between our B main, or between our heat races and our B mains, your car was getting hammered on by everybody. We can't thank everybody enough. Logan, Jim, and Brian and Brad, they were all in there helping on Dad's car. And I stole Logan for a minute because realized I had a door bar bolt got busted when I got door slammed once. So again, them 4 guys, we wouldn't have been ready for the B main if not for them. B main, well, your B main was first, so
Yeah. Yeah, mine took off. I don't even remember what happened on the first lap or whatever, but anyway, I started second row inside, taking top 4, took off, something happened, I ain't sure what happened. The next thing I know, I'm on the pole of the B main. So I take off. Of course, the guy beside me, you know, it's hooked up. He's got a big motor. So anyway, so I'm running second. And so then we got this other guy. I don't even know who he was. Don't know him, know nothing about him. But he was just driving way over his head. And he tried to put sliders on me. He was putting sliders, trying to put sliders. And anyway, the first 2, you know, I cleared him and everything was fine. And finally, the last one, he was going to make it. He was going to make it happen. We slid plumb right up over my hood, and I hit him, and he ended up spinning out. And then they made a judgment call. They said I spun him out, so they put me to the rear. So I was like back in, I don't know, 12, 15. There were several cars.
I was waiting.
There was like 15 cars anyway, so and they start single file, so I go to the back, so I race my butt off, and I run all the way up, got to 5th, and anyway, that's where I finished. They took top 4. So after the race was over, I watched Chad's race, and then of course he had some flats and some what have yous, and you know, we can't thank the guys that pitted 2 cars down from us, you know.
Yeah, Tanner Barnhart.
Tanner Barnhart, and it was Tanner and Drake Finley, so it was. Anyway, they come over, jumped in, helped us get tires changed, whatever we needed, lift the car up.
We had 2 flats.
So anyway, so then after all that was over, I went up to the talked to the track owner. He told me to go to the announcer stand. So I went up there. You know, I was, you know, I wasn't happy, but I wasn't mad. I mean, I wasn't fussing. Talked to the race promoter, and then another lady was in there. I don't know who she was, but anyway. So I looked at him and I told him what I was complaining about, and he's like, you know, man, I'm telling you right now. He said, I didn't make the call. He said, the guy on the back straightaway did. He said, but my opinion of it, it was a dirty slider. He said, you didn't do anything wrong. So they told me, he said, don't load up, hold up. They had a promoter's provisional. So anyway, I did get in the race because they gave me the promoter's provisional. So I started 22nd. We'll pause for the calls there, and then we'll let Chad talk about his B main.
Well, my B main, I started 6th, like he said, taking top 4. Battled and battled and battled for 5th. Finally was able to clear the guy. And what was it? Was it the next corner or the corner? 2 corners afterwards. Guy hooked a kid. We found out later. He hooked the berm and cushion and. It honestly brought flashbacks. It looked identical to my wreck. Only difference was he was closer to the wall, so when his car picked up, the halo hit the wall. Really scared me. So I jumped on the brakes and I got run over. That's what ended up causing the 2 flats. So come off, got them changed. Flagman come over and talked to me. I tried to plead my case, trying to keep the spot because that would put me in 4th. And you know, they said, no, we can't do that. You're going to go to the back, and put me in the back. I was racing hard with them. Felt like I had a car to make the show. Went to the outside of a guy that was just kind of all over the racetrack. He finally started running the bottom, left the cushion open. So I went up to hammer the cushion, try to pass him on the outside, and I guess he decided when I was door to door with him that he wanted the cushion, and so he tried to put me in the wall and jumped over my left front and bent the A-arms and all that and locked it all up, and that put me to the back again with 2 to go. And you know, last lap coming to the checkered, I felt like I was there, but you know, being on the bottom, just couldn't get nothing coming off. I ended up 8th. So they had different bonuses throughout the deal. They said I was the 6th non-transfer, so hate it. You know, drove all the way down there, didn't make the show, but you know, like we said, we knew we was kind of over our head before we went. 46 cars, they only wanted to start 20, so I mean, it's a tough deal. So I guess they said I was 26th, I guess, that out of the field. So I don't guess it's too terribly bad. It's close to the top half. So. But anyway, so that's all I got to say about mine. So feature time, hour-long feature.
Yeah, hour-long feature. Being real conservative on tear-offs, because like I said, I started 22nd. So, you know, I'd wipe a few before I tear any. So I want to make sure I had plenty of tear-offs. And then, not even talking about positions or whatever, just the race in general. Like I said, it's an hour long. We had 1 red flag set. I mean, I was getting hot. And then I had just raced the B main. I was tired. I was hot. I was tired. And I'll tell you what, my car, I mean, I will say this new pull bar, these guys are good. My car went from daylight to dark, or dark to day. Well, anyway, I'm telling you, it went from a number 6 car, or you know, in ranking 1 to 10, it went from a 6 to a 1. Just to give you an idea where I'm going with this is, we had 17 gallons of fuel in the car, hour long. About the last 5, I was getting pretty nervous that I was fixing to run out of fuel, and I thought, man, I've battled this hard, drove this hard, to get to the front and then run out of fuel was not going to be very pleasing to me. Just wishing then at that point I'd have said top the tank all the way off, which is what we should have done. But anyway, wasn't expecting that long of a feature. But all in all, like I said, I just had an awesome car. Didn't even know it till I come off the racetrack, but they informed me that I ran about half the feature with the left front flat. I knew the power steering, it felt like the power steering was going out, but that's all it was left front flat. But anyway, I went started 22nd and
was up to 5th.
Yeah, I got all the way up to 5th, and then ended up dropping back, or got passed for, anyway, I finished 6th, so I felt that was a very good, extremely good night. Number one, going through the field, never hit nobody. I had a point to prove to the promoter that, I don't run over people. It's not, if I did, it's not intentional. Never run over anybody other than debris on the racetrack. Bent my front bumper. I still don't know how that happened, but anyway.
Hey, you got a front bumper on your bonus though, so
yeah,
there you
my
go.
bonus, I got a free front bumper, so yeah, it all worked out. But to do all that, and what probably half the field didn't realize is that we were on a crate motor, and I was doing what I was doing with a crate motor. So, but I will tell you this: the pull bar was everything in the world. We Dirt Stars, they're awesome people, make an awesome product. I would definitely recommend it to anybody.
Well, you was talking about fuel. You had 17 gallons when you went out. Still had
fuel.
plenty of drive.
Yeah.
And you come off.
Never lost drive. I mean, well, as a matter of fact, like I said, I had a left front flat, so I was carrying the left front a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And doing that basically on the middle to bottom of the racetrack, which is real flat there because they got a lot of progressive banking in that racetrack. I wasn't running the cushion. I was running more middle to bottom. I would get up toward the cushion a time or two, but
that cushion
got dangerous.
Yeah,
it got real dangerous. I didn't want nothing to do with it. So,
but you ended with how much fuel?
So when we come off the racetrack, that's I think I'm running out driving around the racetrack to go get to the pit stall. So I pull in there and I say, "Hey Logan, check that fuel. Let me see what's left in there." I had 2.5 gallons of fuel left. Is all I had. So I mean, it was just unreal. But I mean, to lose that much fuel or use that much, basically 15 gallons.
In 25 laps.
In 25 laps, and still had drive. That's amazing, because I mean, you'd lose a lot of rear percentage by doing that. We didn't wear no tires out. Tires still look basically brand new.
Cut one.
We got a right rear cut down, but I mean, as far as and then body, we got quite a bit of body damage, because like I said, just two things. One, the gumbo piling up on it, sticking to it, and then getting run over.
It was like we went.
I didn't really get run over in the feature.
No, feature
still had
as far as you went was clean. Around you. There was some beating and banging towards the front. I mean, really, I'm not trying to trash or bash anything, but it was like we went to a demolition derby hoping a race would break out. Is the way it kind of got to be. And unfortunately, that's what you get with big races, and you got that many cars and passing points and all that. It was a just trying to survive. I mean, that's really what last night was all about. So
I just, I'll be honest with you, I drew I got the provisional. So honestly, when I strapped in the race car, my intentions were to go out, honestly, I was figuring make 6 or 8 laps. And figure, it's a quarter-mile racetrack. Figuring I, might be lap traffic pretty quick. But I got out there and the car was just going so good. I was like, no, we're gonna hang it out. Then when I got up in the top 13 or 14, I guess it was, and then I set my goals to go ahead and finish the race. So. And I'm glad I did, because like I said, I ended up finishing 6th. So.
Well, the announcer was talking you up big. They was going through naming, this person's in first, second, third, and every time they got to use, like, and he started 22nd, ladies and gentlemen. He had a heck of a drive. Unfortunately, when you make it all the positions, you tied for the hard charger. There's 3 of you made up 16 spots, and so they gave it to the highest finisher guy that finished second. He started 18th and finished second. So. But still, I mean, heck of a night. for you.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun, I will say.
Yeah, it's a fun racetrack. Just wish a few things would have happened a little bit different, but you know, it happens. Unfortunately, it's part of racing. So I guess that's really all I got.
That's all we got.
We want to say, number one, we will thank God for allowing us to do what we do, and He kept us safe last night. Like I said, there was some cars that got tore up, and the one that wrecked in front of me, he was taken to the hospital. So I mean, like I said, God kept us safe, number one, so we got to thank Him. Number two, we want to thank all of our sponsors. We can't do this without them guys. And then everybody that was there helping us last night, we greatly appreciate it. Like I said before, we couldn't have done it without you guys last night. And then we ended up making up a few fans last night. They put us in a spot right there by grandstand, so there was kids coming down looking at the cars, and so I handed out a few bracelets and got on YouTube this morning and seen that we gained a few subscribers through it. So like I said, we appreciate you guys watching, and if you don't mind, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and share it if you have, and we'll see you guys later.